Well, and what's the most compelling matchup that the NFL could offer us this season? Our next guest gets to call it firsthand. And quick note, this is the first ever playoff matchup of former MVP quarterbacks under 30. How about that? Wow. Joining us now is the Chiefs play-by-play voice and friend of the program because of Minooch, Mitch Holthus. How you doing, Mitch? What's going on? Rockin' Minooch with Jimmy B. What's happening?
What's up, Wildcat?
What's up there, fellas? Ema. Before Mahomes, there was Minooch.
Yeah.
Who else would be right-handed, scramble left, and avoid a sack, moving the ball to his left hand and throwing the ball out of bounds? I think Minooch did that in spring ball one day.
Anyway, whatever it took, Mitch. Whatever it took,
Mitch. I mean, this has got to get old, Mitch. It's got to get old for you. 6 years in a row. I mean, can you let somebody else play? I mean, come on.
Okay, let's put this in perspective. This is only my 30th season in the league, so I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
Boys, when you go 21 years without a playoff win, none of it is taken for granted. I'm enjoying every second of this ride, and it's honestly, here's the other part of it. You can be successful, but I don't think the Patriots had as much fun as we've had. You be around Mahomes for 5 minutes, the dude's awesome. What you see on the commercials, what you get. Same with Kels. Kels could come in. Well, you guys have seen it on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's real. And Coach Reed, now he's tough. He can be tough, but he's an awesome dude. And the State Farm commercials are stealing the nuggets. That's what he is. We've not only won, we're having fun doing it more than any team maybe in professional sports. And there's just a reason that this has been 11 years of winning, 6 years in this game, hoping to get a fourth Lamar Hunt trophy in 5 years and go back to the show.
Mitch, you rattle off all the stars and everybody that's there, but when you put it all in the blender, what's the common denominator? What are some of the intangibles to keep this thing moving forward? I mean, early in the year, hell, we thought Mitch Holthus would be a receiver for the Chiefs to go mix in the catch once in a while, for crying out loud. But I mean, what is it that what's
I
the
can
glue?
drop an out route.
Yeah. So what is the glue? What is it that keeps the Velcro per se with this team?
One, there's a very strong infrastructure that handles flashpoints. Now, two, and in my 30 years, I've never seen the last two, our little trip down to York Fair City to have that fun last year in February, but then also this year when things go off the rails. Football teams, as you three guys know, can be fractured 100 different ways. I don't care what level, high school, JUCO, because you get the whole offense-defense thing. You get coaches having rivalries. We're chasing stats and chasing money. There is, I'm gonna tell you guys, this sounds trite. There is none of that. I've never seen a team at this level that has none of that. I've never seen a team where the defense helps the offense, even in the consulting part, or vice versa. And so when the offense is struggling and dropping passes and kind of giving some games away, we would have beaten Philadelphia. We would have beaten Detroit. I could rent a theater and show you. It's not just like, oh, yeah, everybody says that. No, I could show you that this team was closer to 13-4 than 11-6. But the defense was holding the fort during all that time. But there's all this flow of respect and communication across the hallways. And the defense will go, what do you see? What do you think? And same way back and forth. And a lot of it has to do with the persona of coach, but also with Patrick and Kels. And then on the defensive side, we've had these young guys emerge. We've got our combined first and second year guys. We set a record last year in Glendale, winning that game with 8 rookies on defense and special teams. NFL record. Those guys with our current rookies, including Rashee Rice, Shamari Connor, they have a combined record in the playoffs of 49-0. Now, that's just a lot of experience early in the career, a lot of success. But you have all of this flow going back and forth, up and down and side to side. We're in Camelot here, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
All right, then let me follow up with what happened at the end of the season, and now that it's playoff time, things have changed dramatically. At the end of the season, wide receivers, even Travis Kelce, couldn't hang on to the football, Mitch. Then they get into the playoffs. Now it appears that everybody is catching the football. What has changed?
Okay, you want the answer?
Yes.
You ready, boys? I got 2 answers for you. One is, and I put this out on Twitter/X, and it came across as, oh, he's a whiny little. We had, Coach, we had 5 straight weeks. Listen to me. We had 5 straight weeks in December where the opponents had 9 to 14 days to get ready for us and get rested. Every team in front of us either had a bye week like Buffalo, or they had the Thursday before a Sunday. And it was 5 straight weeks. So everybody was fresh, and we're just trying to kind of like slide through. So we go 2 and 3 in the stretch, and the world was coming to an end. Mm-hmm. Here's your other answer, and this is weird. And if we win this game, getting the 3 seed will be a blessing in disguise. Because we had week 18, instead of gutting it out, we rested everybody. Mahomes, for a mental refresh, got to back up and take a spin around the earth and relax a bit. And for Kelsey, it was a physical stepping back. He could have set another record of 8 straight years of 1,000 yards receiving. He decides not to play because he just wants to back up and rest his body. It's made all the difference in the world with this team that we rested our starters. And then, okay, we beat Miami when it's minus 30, but we go in and beat Buffalo in a cauldron, which prepares us to play this game. If we would have gone home to play this game, we wouldn't be as ready to play as we were if we weren't coming off a win on the road against a team and a city and a crowd that was so stoked to beat us. If all that makes sense, that's your answer. And the third one, I guess I got a third one. They found a triangle.
Okay.
You reduce instead of looking at the whole spreadsheet. You base your offense around a triangle of Kelsey, Rashee Rice, and Isaiah Pacheco. Mm-hmm. That's your triangle. So you get the tight end, wide receiver, running back that every team wants. And now the other guys become complementary. They understand their role. You don't have to bowl a 300 game. Just here, go knock some pins down. These other 3 will win the game for us. So when that happened, a bit of an epiphany, all 3 of those factors have led you to this point in the 4 straight wins and a shot at the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
I think also, if I could add to that, Mitch, you got a quarterback that knows how to win or knows how to close games on top of everything.
No question. And the most competitive, smartest cat.
1 minute.
Super smart. Recognition of pressures and coverage. And now he's got guys with him. And that triangle goes with him. Like Rice has become really good because he can be a man buster now. He's strong enough to do yak yards, but he's learning how to read zones and combo coverages and where to, kind of when to squat and when to go and how to alter your route. So that's helped. But you have this quarterback that we have is going into this game 13-3 and in the playoffs. Now Lamar's good. He's having an awesome year, but he's 2-3. That's a big difference as far as pelts on the wall. So, yes, you're right. And the quarterback, you just don't want to take him for granted because he's the best in the league history in what he's done to this point in an apples-to-apples comparison. If he gets a 3rd Super Bowl, that really puts him right in line with Brady at the points if you do an apples-to-apples comparison of their careers.
Mitch, enjoy it as always, man. We're jealous. It's good stuff, man. Thanks for jumping on with us. We appreciate you giving some love here in Phoenix.
You got it, man. And that was a moment, of course, I'll have all my life down there last year. It was great. But we're going to go do it on the Inner Harbor and then head to Vegas.
There you go.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Mitch. Appreciate it.
See you, boys.
The Chiefs play-by-play voice, Mitch Holthus, joining us here. You can follow him on Twitter at Mitch Holthus as well. Coming up, we're going to continue talking some football. It's Football 50 as the Panthers got their new head coach. Plus, Arizona, that being the Wildcats. The other Wildcats, they've hired their offensive coordinator. Pretty good hire once we tell you who that